Welcome back, HMC. We are in for another pull workout today. For this workout, all you're going to need is your band. So as always, though, we're checking in on our space. We've got 3 to 5 feet of space of obstacle-free workout space for us there. We've got that chair nearby. You're welcome to do this workout seated if it is more comfortable for you. And as always, keep that water nearby. Pause whenever you need. I take rejections super well. Feel free to pause and come back when you're ready. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead, warm things up. We're going to use our bands here. So stretching those guys out. Bring those hands up and over those shoulders. Drawing that arch, drawing that rainbow over yourself here. Letting those hands fall away as we come back if we need, depending on our shoulder mobility. Up and over. One more time, up and over, and then let's go ahead, let that right hand lead. Draw a sphere around your body. Working in all planes of motion of those shoulders. Switching directions, let's go ahead, left hand first. Other direction. 2 and 1. Bring those hands up, over our heads, lean it to the left. Inhale to center, take it to the right, stretching out those lats. Going ahead, set that band down. Let's take that right hand, hug it across our bodies. Inhale, drop it down, switch sides. Bring those hands behind your back. Lacing fingers together, open up that chest. Dropping it down, great big shoulder circles. Shrugging them up, then all the way back down, switching directions. And doing a little bit on our lower bodies here. Great big hip circles, switching directions. Perfect. Now legs come up, hip openers. Hands all the way up. Now going inwards, coming back on that bicycle seat. Awesome. Drop it down. Go ahead, we're going to step forward with that right, pressing hips forward and through. Laying it back. Back up to center, switching sides, left foot forward. Pressing those hips forward and through. Lean it back. Standing up straight, grab that water, grab those bands. Let's get right into those working sets. Now that we're nice and warmed up, let's go ahead, grab those bands. First up here, we're going to do 3 sets of 15. So on each side, doing these pretty concurrently, one hand after the other, of bent over rows. So we know this setup. We're going to place that band under the arch of our right foot first, holding on to both sides of the band. Find that comfy resistance, whether we need to hold at the handle or choke up a little bit. We're going to step forward with that foot, square off those shoulders, and bring that elbow back as though we're starting a lawnmower, knuckles to hip. So let's go ahead, get yourself set up, and let's go for 15 bent over rows. You can hold on to a chair, a countertop, a wall if you need here. 5, shoulder blades backing in. We're going to breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides, setting up on the left. Loop that band underneath that foot. Stepping forward with the left foot, back with the right. Find that comfy resistance. Let's go ahead for 15 bent over rows. Squaring off those hips, squaring off those shoulders. Nice and flush with your screen. All the way down, knuckles to hips. Shoulder blades back and down, you got this. Halfway there on this one. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up, shake it out just a little bit. Give your body what it needs here. Quick hydrate, set up on the right. Stepping forward, doubling up on those bands, find that comfy resistance. Roll those shoulders back, pitch forward. Let's row for 15. Sometimes I like to reach across, tap that lat, and make sure it's activated. Seven, 8. Count it down from 5, 4, 3. You got this. 2, and 1. Switching sides. Stand it up, shake it out. Let's go. Elbow up, rowing. Starting that lawnmower. Neutral spine. Shoulders back and down. All the way up, square shoulders, you got this. You can hold on to that wall, that countertop, that chair if you need. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up, switching sides, shaking it out a little bit, really making sure we're protecting our lower back in these movements. You've got that neutral spine, engaging that core to maintain that stability. One last round here. Give yourself what you need. Let's set it up. 15 unilateral bent over rows. Square it off, protect that lower back. Let's row. Halfway, you got this. Right in that lat, deep in that lat. 4, 3, you got this. 2, and 1. Stand it up, switching sides. Pitching forward, comfy resistance. I think I got ambitious there. Let's go ahead, rowing it up. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Stand it up, shake it out. That is our first foundational movement done of this workout. Next up, we're gonna do some upright rows. So set up for this, we're gonna take that band, place it under one or both of your feet, depending on how much resistance you need. I'm gonna start with one, see how I feel. Chest is nice and proud, hugging that baby up and in. Nice and strong core here. Dropping those shoulders back together. Hands are gonna come up, elbows to the ceiling, back down. And that is 1 rep. So these guys, upright rows, we're gonna feel it in those delts, a little bit in those traps, those rhomboids. When you're ready, get yourself set up. Set that intention. Remember to breathe. 10 seconds here. And in 3, 2, 1 upright rows for 15. All the way up. 4. You got this. Don't arch that back. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You got this. 12, 13, 14, and 15. Drop it down, shake it out. I wonder if the mic caught my shoulders cracking there. And remember, if you want to add more resistance, you'll place both feet under that band. And that will increase that distance, increase the tension on that band and the resistance as you row. If not, we'll just use one hand. Get ourselves set up. 10 seconds here. Give yourself what you need. Grab that water, set that intention. Hugging baby up and in, neutral spine, protect that lower back. Let's go. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. One more round of these. We're feeling it right here in our delts. Upright rows. The delts, a little bit in the trap, a little bit in the rhomboid. Kind of a different take on the vertical pull movement. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves set up. Between one or both feet. Hugging baby up and in. Let's go like we're in Looney Tunes. We're setting off that dynamite. Come right up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Last one. Drop it down, shake it out. Grab that water, give your body what it needs here. We're going to take that band out from under our feet here. We're going to bring it upright now. So allow yourself that time to get set up. Next up, we're going to do overhead band pull apart. So we know this one. Diagonal line from shoulder, eyebrow, wrist, nice and up towards the ceiling. Find that comfy resistance. So whatever we feel like challenging ourselves with today, once you're all hydrated, go ahead. Find that good resistance. Find what's comfortable for you today. Soft bend in those knees. Bring them up. If we're dealing with blood pressure challenges, please just keep it around heart level. Bring it up. And when you're ready, mama, let's pull apart. 4:15. Moving with intention, driving with those lats. Think about where we should be feeling this here. Set that scapula. Halfway there. You got this. All the way up, all the way down. 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, shake it out. 30-second rest here. Checking in on how that felt. Are we feeling it here in our lats? Are we feeling it up in our neck? And remember, when those hands come up above our head, it's kind of natural to kind of stick our bellies out as they come up. Hug that baby up and in. Neutral spine, tuck it in. Nice, strong foundation, strong base from which to work with. All right, when you're ready, get yourself set up with those bands. Doubling up if we need more resistance. It's okay if we don't. Remember, we're doing as many reps as we can safely. So that's how we pick our resistance, is what can you do safely while still feeling a nice, healthy challenge. Bring it on up. Pull it apart. Driving with those lats. All the way. Pull it apart like we're doing a pull-up. You got this. And 5. You got this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out, drop it down. One more round of these. Feeling nice and warm in our upper bodies by now. We're moving, we're pulling. My favorite day, pull day. Give yourself what you need, grab that water, shake it out, adjust your space, adjust that resistance. Check in on that form. Are we feeling it right in here? When you're ready, mama, let's go ahead. Set up that resistance. Hands come up. Pull apart. Five. And 10. And 15. Shake it out. Grab that water. Give yourself what you need. We're going to do one more movement upright, and then we're going to take it to the ground, introduce a new movement today. So we're going to work on that accessory for our pull. We're going to work on those biceps. So we're going to do an alternating bicep curl. So standing on that band using one or both feet, depending on the resistance you need. Create that stable foundation, hugging baby up and in. Bring knuckles to shoulders. And once we've done both sides, that is 1 rep. So when you're ready, 15 reps each side, 30 total reps. Let's go. Alternating bicep curl. Shoulders back and down. 5. 5. All the way up. Resist the band on the way down. You got this. 10. 10. And 14. 14. 15. 15. Shake it out. Mini rest here. How did that feel? Can we up the resistance for sets 2 and 3? Should we reduce it? I think I could take a little more, so I'm going to up my stance a little bit wider. 5 more seconds for this rest. Hugging baby up and in, shoulders back and down. Curl up, resist it down. A third of the way there. Nine. And 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Last one. Drop it down. Shake it out. We've got one more round of these before we take it down to the mat for our final movement and our cool down. You are so close. Go ahead, shake it out. Where are we feeling it? Right in those biceps. Right in the pythons. Go ahead. With purpose, set yourself back up. Round 3, let's make it count. Hugging baby up and in, shoulders back and down. Knuckles to shoulders, let's go. Moving with precision, we're taking advantage of that eccentric motion. So many strength gains to be made in the eccentric. You got this. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Grab that water. Just adjust yourself to meet me on the mat, feet straight in front of you. See you right there. All right, we're here on our mats. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our next movement, a new movement into our library of exercises here. We're going to do a seated row. So this guy setup is very important. The cameras weren't rolling, but I did whip myself in the face with a band. Placing that band under the arch of your feet. We're going to go ahead. You can either cross or not cross. I like to cross the bands, holding on where we're comfortable, finding that comfortable resistance. And we're going to do a seated row. So elbows come back, literally like we're rowing in a rowboat. We're on the Yale rowing team. So get yourself all set up there. Soft bend in the knees. We're not locking out our legs always. And go ahead, extend those shoulders, and we're going to pull those scapula together, then elbows back. That's 1 rep. All right, now we've got that all set up. Let's put 15 reps on the clock. Go ahead for 15. Full extension all the way back. 4, 5, 6. Halfway there. Really gluing those scapula together at the top of the movement. 3, 2, you got this, and 1. Drop it down, shake it out, check in on your form, making sure we're feeling it down in those latissimus dorsi muscles. I'm going to go ahead and set myself up for our next set. Turn to the side so you can see what it looks like from the side. So remember, band is going halfway up that foot. Really make sure it's secure. Don't be like me. Find that comfy resistance. Full extension. Then we're going to glue those scapula together and wrist to hips here. So try that out. Give it a couple reps, and let's go ahead all together. Full extension, wrist to hips, 1 rep. You got this. Scapula down and back. Feeling it right in those lats. Halfway there. You got this. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out, drop it down. 1 more set of these, and we're going to cool it down after a successful pull day. Shaking it out, giving yourself what you need here. All right, let's go ahead, catch that breath. Set ourselves back up. Do we need more resistance, less resistance to do this safely? There we go. Find that comfy resistance. Start at full extension. Scapula together, elbows to back, wrist to hips. Bent over rows. Seated rows. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You got this. 2. Last one, make it count. Drop it down. Shake it out. Grab that water. Take your time here. Well done. We've made it through our working sets. We're going to go ahead cooling things down from a seated position. So grab that water, and when you're ready, join me reaching up. Exhale, take it to the left. We're going to hang out here for 3 breaths. Next inhale, bring it to center. Exhale to the right. Dropping those hands down. Let's go ahead, lacing those hands behind our back. Hanging out here for a few seconds. Placing our hands kind of underneath our bums here. We're going to go ahead, left ear, left shoulder. Then dip it down so your nose is facing the floor. Back up to center, right ear, right shoulder. Then dip it down, nose is facing the floor. Perfect. Go ahead. Right arm across your body. Spending a couple moments here. Drop it down, switching sides. And drop it down. Grab that water. Cheers to you. Cheers to your neighbor. Thank you so much for joining me in this pole workout. We'll see you next time.